Hello and welcome to Falling for Hue. My name is Romany and today we are going to be I'm going to be following along, taking some tips, some hints and all that good stuff from Kyra in a pictured purpose, and I'm going to be watching, what was the video called? How to Colour in Small Victories. Adult colouring tips for beginners. Now she did this video well over a year ago, and so I thought it would be great. So I have my Small Victories, and we're gonna follow along. Okay. Thank you to everyone who's had said nicest things, nice comments and messages from me being so poorly. I am still poorly, but do you know what? I'm a whole lot better than what I was. It's brutal. It was brutal. So yeah, I'm a lot better. My voice, as you can hear, is still croaky. It's not as sore. In the mornings when I wake up, it's sore. It's probably because I've got a snotty nose and I sleep like this. And breathing in. And I've got a hacking cough still. So I do apologise. So I'm just going to be coughing, sniffling and talking to you in a very sexy voice. But, you know, I should be charging for this sort of thing. My ass is falling off this chair. Hold on, let me... I'm on a little stool. Very uncomfortable. It's like torture. Okay, right. I have her video in front of me. Right, I've managed to set up my little tripod. I've had to put it on wide angle as well because I know full well I'm going to be recording stuff and it's just going to start flippity-flopping around. Okay, anyway. You may not have been watching my daily updates. I started doing like a update things. I'm doing it on TikTok and on YouTube Shorts. Just a quick update of what, so I can keep track of what I'm colouring and how long I'm colouring for and things like that. And just little things that I'm coming across. Well, I'm doing it, obviously, but I need to get better at it. Oh my god, what is wrong with my nose? In the respect that I waffle on so much that 3 minutes is not long enough. Okay. By the time I've said hello and decided what I'm gonna say, get to the point, I've waffled on for over 3 minutes. So bear with me. I'm sure by the end of the year, I'll be a pro at it. I know some of you don't mind me waffling, but there's waffling and then there's waffling like this. This is just going to need to be edited massively because it's 6 minutes in and I've not done anything. I've just waffled at you. Righty then. Let's see what Kyra has to say about colouring in Small Victories.
Hello everyone,
hello,
welcome welcome back to my channel.
Okay.
My name is Kyra and today I'm going to be showing you how I colour in Johanna Basford's colouring book, Small Victories.
Small Victories.
Bit of a disclaimer, this was my first time filming a video like this and just filming myself colouring, and when I reviewed the footage I realised that my hand was often covering what I was doing, or I moved in front of my light source and so the lighting became less than ideal.
I don't care about
I've
the light
edited
source.
Out the completely
I would have
unusable
preferred
footage, and I'll be chatting
to
about
put in
what I'm
everything.
doing along the way as well, so you should
okay.
still be able to follow along
That's fine.
easily enough. I apologise for being such a newbie,
fine if
but
you're a
I've
newbie.
learned from my mistakes now. And my approach to colouring tends to slightly vary from book to book and illustrator to illustrator.
Okay, yes. So she said that obviously it changes from illustrator to illustrator, and I have found that quite a bit actually. So I mean, I have since October. I mean, when I started this in October, I had a good selection of books obviously thought I didn't have a good enough selection of books, because that selection has tripled in size, which was not the plan at all, but it is what it is. But now I have a good selection of artists or illustrators, and different, what is it, not techniques, different art styles, say, and each of them you do look at them differently and approach them differently. So I haven't coloured in a lot of them. I haven't coloured in my Hannah Coulson book or Maria Troll book, nothing like that. I've literally only mainly coloured in Johanna Basford books, and I have coloured in, what is it called? Oh, Rita Berman was one of my recent ones, and I've really enjoyed that. I was putting it off because I was looking at the pictures thinking, ooh, they look a bit scary. Not too scary, but there was quite a lot of detail, and I was surprised. I chose a simplish kind of picture, nothing too scary looking, and I really enjoyed, I haven't finished it yet, but I've really enjoyed colouring in that one. I found it easier than what I thought I would. So anyway, let's get back to what Kyra has to say.
For Small Victories, I like to stick to a limited colour palette as much as possible, because, you know, the pages
stick to a limited colour palette for smaller illustrations. Yes.
I am planning to have a lot of different ways that
Okay,
I
so
do
she's
it,
not going
but today
through
I'll
how
be showing you a
to
more intuitive approach for choosing a colour palette,
Okay,
which is what I
she's
most
going
commonly
to.
do in Small Victories.
Shouldn't I?
The page I've chosen today is a popular one from when the book initially came out, and I'm finally ready to give it a go today. So we'll be focusing.
Okay, so we are colouring in Small Victories. I have that Small Victories, obviously, and it is this page we're colouring in. Now, Kyra colours in this illustration here, which is the first mushroom. I have already coloured in that. I have coloured in all of the pictures on here, apart from this mushroom. This mushroom. So I mean, not too dissimilar, just a different type of mushroom, but you know what, it's my mushroom and I will be able to colour it in however I damn well please. So she will be colouring in this mushroom here, and I will be doing this mushroom here.
The very first thing I do for a colouring page is figure out where I want my
metaphorical light source
to be. Obviously a light
I
source
never do
can come
this
from any direction, but if you're just starting out on your colouring journey, I highly recommend choosing one of the top corners. So today I've chosen my light source to be coming from the top right.
We're going to be finding our light source. This is something that I never do as such. I don't like look at a picture, especially in like something like Small Victories. I don't really look and think, oh, light source, but you can probably see that, I guess, from something like this, where the entire picture is probably just a bit flat. Maybe you would say there isn't much shadowing as such. I mean, this was the very first picture that I coloured in here, and I used like a reference picture of somebody else's mushroom from in this book. So, but yeah, I guess if you don't use a light source as such, it's it looks a little flat-ish. But I don't think they look too bad. I might look back on these in years to come and go, oh my God, what was I doing? So anyway, light source, we're going to go, so she's going this way, so shall we do that as well? We'll go, I'm just going to put this little pin here to remind me that the sun is going to be shining this way.
Afterwards, I like to decide what the color of the main part of the illustration is going to be. In this case, I consider that to be the mushroom, and for some reason, the color orange just is the first thing that came to mind, so I didn't second guess it, I went with it. I chose a dark, medium, and light shade of orange.
She's going with, so I've got to choose, so obviously the main focal point of this picture is the mushroom. See, like, so with this one you have, that is definitely the main one, it's the biggest item, so yes, that is the main one. This one has several mushrooms, and like these two are quite prominent mushrooms. She has gone with an orange for her mushroom, and so what she has done, sorry, I keep calling Kyra she, okay? She has a name, Romany. Jesus Christ. She's not just the cat's mother. Do you remember that? Did your mum ever used to say that? Who's she? The cat's mother? Well, yeah, she is the cat's mother. You have cats. You are the cat's mother. Okay. I am going to use... Shall I use my Faber-Castell... I'm going to use the Faber-Castells. Shall I? Yeah. Let's use my Faber-Castell black edition. What colour? She didn't really go through how to pick colours. She just picked a colour from the top of her head. I'm stuck already. I'm stuck already. Kyra, you weren't very helpful, love. I'm stuck already. She does know, by the way, that I am filming this. I did actually ask her permission. I've already got a red mushroom. Obviously, the first mushroom I've ever done is red. Shall I do orange? Shall I do orange? I'm just going to pick. She just says that she just picks. She just goes with the colour and picks it, and that's it. So, oh, I've not got a spare bit of paper to scribble on either. I know that I'm meant to be following her suggestions, but I do like to have a bit of paper to scribble colours on to see if they work or not. You know what I find difficult is choosing a colour that isn't the correct colour for the item. That's what I find difficult. I am going to go with blue. Okay, so that main mushroom is going to be blue. This could be a disaster. So Kyra said to go with a light, a medium and a dark. And does it have to be kind of in the same kind of colour category? Right, so I have chosen my 3 colours. So mid, light and dark. Oh, I don't know whether that's the right kind of blue though. We've chosen our colours. Now let's see what, because she just started colouring.
And I always go in with the darkest shade first and just colour where
Darkest
I think the
shade.
shadows would be. Don't stress
Okay.
about being super accurate with your shadows and highlights.
Okay, so we are going in darkest shade, okay, of where the shadows would be. Oh crap. See, I'm lost already. I'm lost already. So if the sun's coming that way, so wouldn't it be like the darkest shade be? The darkest shade be like this side? Okay. Right. So I didn't see. Oh, this is where I get up. Oh no, I get a little bit like scared because the sun's coming in there. Right, it's hitting this one, so this is going to be light up here. This is this behind? This is in front. So this is going to be light here, and depends on the circumference. Ah, jeez. Okay, whatever. Right, I might just see where she's put her shadows, and then go from there. Right, I'm just going to leave it like that, and then I'm gonna see where she's putting her shadows. By the looks of it, she's gone straight in with the mid-tones as well. Jeez, Kyra, hold your horses, love.
Just try to use the lighter shade where your light source would hit first, and then obviously the darker shade where it would hit last.
So she's just gone ahead and coloured. So lightest shade where the sun's going to hit first. Where the sun hits, the lightest shade. And I've shaded a little bit there because that's where the leaf is. Okay. And then the darkest shade where okay, so this one I'm going to do a lot darker, like more darker. She's got spots for her for her mushroom. This isn't fair. I reckon the bottom of this is going to be darker as well. I'm just going to colour over that. Okay. There isn't really much contrasty thing. And then I gather the middle colour for everywhere else. Just quick, I'm just mapping it out. I don't think these blues go together very well either. The pressure, I like tutorials. I like to see how people are doing things. So I'm just going to overlap onto that lighter. I like to see how people do stuff and why they're doing it. That helps me establish how to colour and how I'm doing it. Right, I'm just going to go back in again with my lightest pencil. See, when I am colouring, it takes me forever to decide what colour to do things. It takes me even longer to decide where those colours are going to be. I've just jumped straight into this with no preparation, no thought process really, and I think that's going to be my downfall. I really do. I think that's going to be, it's not gonna bode well for me, I don't think. I have got a bit of paper behind this page. Just seen quite a few people say like to put a page, even if you're not using alcohol markers, just to put a page behind so you don't ruin, even with pencils, like pushing down and indenting onto the other pages. Right, so I've kind of laid down the main pickies. Right, and I've just seen that she has got out, let me see what she says.
Now, one of my absolute favourite tools is the Prismacolor Colourless.
The Prismacolor,
I whip this
right,
out when
use
I'm
a blending
struggling to
pencil
get
to create a smooth
between my
blend.
colours.
I do in fact have, I have the Derwent burnisher and blender. Okay, this is a colourless blender. Why is it? So I've got 2 blending pencils. There you go, you can see that there. 2 blending pencils and 2 burnishers. I don't know what a burnisher is. I think I'd read it last time. So burnisher used over color creates a burnish or a shine without changing the color of your artwork. Lay the burnisher down first, and it can be used for wax resistant techniques in conjunction. Right, so I'll I'll work that out at some point in my life. The Colourless blender blends colours together easily, helps artists to apply more layers of colour, enhances the intensity. Okay, right, let's get this open. So you may have remembered me buying this. I brought this before this video and I just haven't thingy. This also came with a rubber and a pencil sharpener. Okay, all right, do you just sharpen it like a normal pencil? Okay, I don't know. What she does is use the blender pencil to create a smooth blend. Okay, I've never used. Do you do it all over? Oh, okay, look at that. So all of that, so you see there, that's got still some white grain from the paper. I'll go over it. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Am I supposed to wipe this off? Isn't this just what burnishing is though? Isn't burnishing? I don't know. I shouldn't. Do you know what, Romany? Stick to your lane, love. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I need to do a little series, I think. It's going to help me establish what each. Oh no, look. Oh, wait. Will the rubber rub that off? I just smidged it. Smidged it? I smidged it. Apparently that's a word. Smidged it. I didn't smidge it. I smudged it a little bit. Can I rub that little smudge out? I can. Wow. Cool. Right. Let's continue. Okay, so it blends. Can I hold on? What was the lightest one? Can I colour over it again? So can I put another layer of colour down? And then use the blender. Can I do that? Can I? Oh my gosh. I don't know. Maybe not. Okay. Anyway, so I have blended, colourless blender. Let's see what else she wants me to do.
After colouring the main element, I then figure out if there's anywhere else on the colouring page that I want there to be the same colour.
Okay, so do I want any other mushrooms on this page to be the same colour? Well, it looks like that it's 3 different mushrooms, doesn't it? So I don't think I want them all to be the same colour, do I? But then she did say to stick to a limited colour palette. What colour? Shall I go with orange? Shall I go with orange? Okay, so I am actually going in. So I've chosen another 3 colours, like a reddy, a dark orange, or, you know, a mid orange and a light orange, and I'm going to colour in these little mushrooms orange. So going with basically what she's like, these little mushrooms, I think a lot of them are going to be dark. I might not need 3 colours for these ones actually, and I do like to go in very much light layers. So I would have a couple of the colours in my hand and just constantly go and that's how I do it. I'm very, yeah, I flitter between colours. Do you know what? I love that Colourless blender. Thank you, Kyra, for that little... I got those off of Amazon as well, and they weren't very expensive. So, yeah. Okay, so I've done the main mushroom. I've done the 2 little mushrooms. What should I do that big mushroom? I'm just completely going against what she says, aren't I? Because she said a limited colour palette. And I don't feel that I'm doing very well. I want to do it like purple or something. Sharpen. Just like the laziest person ever with an electric sharpener. Right. Okay, so then this little mushroom here, I'm going to do purple. Okay, well done, Romany, for sticking to a limited colour palette. But I just couldn't, because I can't get my head around that it's a different mushroom, so it needs to be a different colour. Okay, so we're going to go with, again, which is further away. So the shadows, I'm thinking this is quite a, what is it, like a domed shaped mushroom. So it's going to be quite long and thin. Okay, right, Colourless blender. Do we need that? Let's keep to what we're doing. Right. I don't know whether there's a knack to this. I'm just doing tiny little circular motions. And I don't know whether you're supposed to stick with the dark one first and then go to light. I don't know. We'll just do how we're doing it like this, and then if anyone else has any insight in how you're supposed to actually do it, that would be great. I am pretty pleased with that little purple one. So, right, I don't know why I keep putting that Colourless blender away, because I keep on getting it back out. Right, Kyra, come on, what else are you going to tell me to do?
Now, when it comes to leaves, 90% of the time I'll colour them green.
Okay,
if
we're doing
I'm feeling
the
a bit
leaves.
spicy, I might colour them an unnatural colour. But I went with green in this circumstance. Here that I accidentally coloured a shadow where I wanted there to be a highlight. So all I did was erase it. At the beginning of my colouring journey, I never erased my coloured pencil because honestly, I just didn't think you could. I mean, it's not as easy
I didn't
as
think you could.
lead, but you can still get rid of most of the colour from
only
the
because
page.
I think I'd seen it on her video before. before
technique
that
when
she
it comes
had
to colouring. Erasing is a lot easier, but I'm a
erased.
bit impatient, so I usually just go
Okay.
hard and fast straight away and just use the blending
Way.
technique. Now my technique
Alright.
when it comes to colouring is just going in really small circles. This helps eliminate any harsh lines on your page. And then obviously I will lighten the pressure of my pencil as I'm getting to the point where I want there to be a new colour. Now once I have two colours on the page, I'll either instinctively know what colour I want to add to the page next, or I'll turn to the best resource in the world, Pinterest.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there, Kyra. Okay, so she's saying to choose 2 to 3 colours because in Small Victories it's a small area and the leaves are very small. I've only got these tiny little leaves here. I mean, on my mushroom that she's already coloured in, I did pretty much that. I went with 2 colours for the leaves here and I stuck with that, and then I did a different colour for this leaf. And that was a different colour as well. So this, I mean, I've got 2 little flowers here, which I will address in a minute, I think, because I don't really want to be putting any extra colours on it, because Kyra might get annoyed with me adding too many colours. My limited colour palette has turned quite unlimited. So I'm going to find a green. Now, she's saying 2 colours. I can probably go with 1 colour for that leaf, and then another, maybe use 2, a light and a dark for that one. So I'm going to choose some greens. So I've just chosen those 2, but you can see, I don't know, I don't like those 2 together. And when I try them, no, I like that dark green. It's the lighter one that I don't particularly like. Right, I'm going to do those 2 greens. It takes a lot to work out what greens. I think I'm going to do this one here, like the brighter green. I mean, none of these are going to be particularly in the light. As you can see from my other pictures, not necessarily this one. This one was just normal pencils. But when I did this one and then went on to this one and this one, I had discovered gel glitter pens, as you can probably gather. So if in doubt, add gel glitter pens. They do a lot. They make me very happy, and it just makes everything look better. Let me sharpen this. Gotta make sure my pencils are sharp. I do feel like I spend a lot of my time sharpening my pencils. I'm a compulsive pencil sharpener. Especially in like these tiny little pictures, because you end up, I was going to say, you end up going outside the lines if the pencil's not sharp, and I literally just went outside the line. God damn it. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Maybe. I look at some pictures and I'm like, oh yeah, I think I'll know where the shadow would be and things like that. And then I look at others and I'm like, not a clue. Not a clue. I wish it would give you an indication. I don't want to be making decisions like that. I don't want to be making too many rash decisions. See, these 2 blend together nicely. Yeah, I don't want to be doing too many rash decisions of where light and dark and all of that jazz is. I'll be glad to get this page done. Not that it's been annoying, but a full page done in Small Victories. Some people enjoy making the entire page cohesive, like this page. Some people have chose a colour palette and done the entire page that colour palette. I have just got flowers and stalks to do. Let's see what Kyra's going to tell me to do next.
Whatever 2 colours I have on my page, I will simply type them into Pinterest, followed by the words colour scheme, and then you'll receive a plethora of colour palettes for you to choose from.
So I broke the rule of the limited colour palette because I have now got blues, purples and orange and green on my page. So does that make it difficult stalk wise? Do you know what? I think I would stick to the stalks. I think I would stick to like a neutral, like I've done with my other mushroom. I think the flowers I'm going to, I think I might do the flowers in the purple. So or how about the light purple and the light blue? Maybe I can do the flowers like that. So light purple going into light blue, so I don't have to add another colour to the page as such. Okay, right. Oh, that needs a sharpen. That looks cute, doesn't it? Do you think? It's too bloody late now, if you say no. They look cute. Don't they look cute, Eve? What colour do I do the middle, though? Shall I do the middle? The light yellow? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. No, I think the dark purple maybe. Yeah, maybe the dark purple. I didn't like the yellowy orange middle. Oh, cute. Okay, flower done. So she's doing her flowers that colour.
Now, when it comes to images that have a lot of greenery, I often use 2 or 3 combinations just to add a bit of variance to the page. So in this situation, I used a
now
more
you tell
teal
me.
green for the grassy element to avoid there being just like a big mound of green.
Well, I've already done my greenery. Jeez, woman, you could have told me that before. No, it's fine. Oh gosh, look, she's doing the
bit of a boo-boo by going outside of the lines for the taller mushroom stalks because my pencil wasn't sharp enough. I have a really bad habit of letting my pencils get too dull. Don't be like me. But I decided to roll with the mistake and just try to make it look better later.
I constantly sharpen. Okay, so she's doing the stalks and everything
on the mushroom stalks
different
weren't quite
colours.
dark enough, so I just simply went in with a dark brown shade to deepen them up. I've really learned that using either dark brown or dark blue for your shadows is a lot more effective than using black or grey. It's just a lot less harsh.
Use dark brown or blue to deepen
If you're unsure
shadows.
of what to do for a background, a circle or a square gradient effect is usually really effective.
Okay, we're not going that. Okay. Right, so the stalks, she's gone with a spicy colour for the stalks. I don't want to do a too strange colour for the stalks, I don't think. I'm going to keep those to a lightish, like grey browny colour. I know that that's probably not keeping in what Kyra wanted me to do. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Right, so yes. So I've decided, even though Kyra did go with some funky colours, sharpen my pencil, for her stalks, she kept it. So officially, so what she's done was, like on this picture here, she's gone a blue. I've gone blue, sorry, with my flowers. So if I was copying that, I would have gone blue with my stalk and everything else. But I don't want to do that because on this picky here, I have gone a little bit crazy and I went against the whole thing of keeping it to a limited colour palette, and I did not keep it to a limited colour palette. I am going to do the stalks in more of a neutrally, so like a grey browny colour and a light grey. That is what colour I am doing my stalks. So the darkest one, just because I don't know, I can't, it's not too disfamiliar, not too different. I can't think of the word. To what I did with the other mushrooms. So might be a little bit boring, but you know what? It's my mushrooms and I will colour them how I please. Right. So I mean, I'm sure that they come out nicely. Oh, this one I did more of a yellowy colour. This is more of a grey. Okay. Hopefully this is going to look okay. I don't see why not. I can't get behind. Right, I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow to under this and here. More. There. I think those little stalks look cute. Right, I'm not going to use the Colourless blender for those because I don't feel like I need to. Right, and then she goes on, then Kyra goes on to the background. Now, background, I've not done a background on, sorry, let me pop this back on. I have not done a background. I've done a background on this one, but I haven't done a background on any of these. So
and will always help
for
you
now,
blending skills.
I don't
In
think
retrospect, I probably
I'm going to do a
should have,
background.
sketched out
I know
the circular
that
shape with the light teal colour.
She's saying create a gradient background in a square or circular shape. I mean, okay, yeah, I could do a background. And she's gone with a teal. Let me turn this off. She's gone with a teal because that was what came up on her lookup on Pinterest, and I think she goes on to incorporate teal in the circles. I think I am going to wimp out and not do a background. I know you're probably going to be really, really upset with me, but okay.
Now, elements that I'm not sure what color I want them to be, I'll always leave until the very end, because once most of your illustration is colored in, you can see if there's any colors missing or if you want to use a color that you've already used. I was actually really liking how this limited color palette was looking, so I decided to stick with what I already had on the page.
Yep. So
pink
I did not
for the leafy vine things
go
and
for the
teal
limited
for
color
the
palette.
mushroom circles.
So yeah, so she's so she went with like the turquoisey color for the circles and the viney things for the pink.
I am a sucker for some white accents and some glitter gel pen. I think it just takes my page to the next level. So using my white Signo gel pen, I go in and white out any elements that I want to be less obvious on the page, and then also accentuate highlights that I want to be more obvious.
Okay, right, so we're doing white gel pens, not do a background, I know, but just because I haven't done a background on any of the other pictures on the page, I just don't think background is in my future of this page. I haven't attempted backgrounds very much. I think I've done one background, have I done? Yeah. So it's, and obviously, yeah, I did go against the whole limited colour palette thing. So background, I am not going to do, I don't even know what colour background I would do if I was going to. Yeah, I don't know. Have I got, no, white gel pen. Well, white gel pen, have I got it in here? Don't believe that I have. Okay, well, let me go and find my white gel pen. Okay. White gel pen in hand. We are whiting out the bits that are near to my son. Oh gosh. Is that looking right? Hold on, so then why hasn't she white? Oh, okay. Shush, Remy. Why hasn't she whited out? So anything that wants to accentuate? I think my white. Right, let's just do the whites
on the filming this. You can hardly see what I'm doing, but I always add white gel pen to the very tips of these leafy vine-like things that Johanna Basford always puts in her illustrations.
Has she gone over the black? Am I going over the lines? Okay, I don't know. I'm doing that anyway, especially on this one because. Okay, I'm going over the lines on this one. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be. I've got a feeling that I'm probably going to mess this up. So she also said where she wants to accentuate. Okay, so, I mean, I'm going to white out these little circles on. This white pen doesn't do a very good job at whiting out the black. If I do little movements, then it kind of does. Ish. I have got acrylic paint pens that I could probably do it with, but I think they're a bit thick. Like, the nibs are a bit thick. You've got to go around a couple of times. These fiddly little bits are the most stressful, I find, because see, this is definitely the moment where I would get out the gel glitter pens and do a little bit of gel glitter pen. And I've got a real bad habit of getting carried away. Oh, little white dots at the end of those flowers look cute. I've got a real bad habit of getting carried away and then it's gone too far. So yeah. Right, where out? Shall I white out this as well? Oh gosh, I don't know whether this is what she meant. It's trying to give it that glowing effect, isn't it? Okay. Right, I don't know what to do with these lines here. Shall I leave them? Do I leave that? I'm just going to put a little dot at the end of these leaves. Just to make them look a little bit more interesting. See, this is what I mean. Sometimes somebody needs to come along and take like the gel glitter pens or the white pen from me, because I would literally sit here all day and do that. Have I done that wrong? Have I done that wrong? Oh, do you know what? I'm going to go over these dots. Yes. Oh Christ. Here we go. But I love it. So I'm sorry, I keep on bloody sniffing. It's driving me mad. It's driving everyone mad, to be fair. Okay. Right, I don't know whether to do white in this bit. I would be inclined to do like blue glitter. I really would. I'd go, oh, blue glitter. Oh, there you go. That has covered. This pen works better if you like dab it more than draw with it. Okay, I don't know. Right, no, step away from the white gel pen. Step away from the pen. Okay, so the white bits are done, I think. Okay, I've already done that. See if she does it a little bit more.
Trying to fix the stems of the tall mushrooms, but that was also a little bit
Hey,
of a lost cause.
she went around and
but
did
I am
more
still
dots.
at the beginning of my colouring journey, so I try not to be too hard on myself.
She's done some more dots, and I want to do more dots, so... Look at those little white dots. Cute. Cute as can be. Now I've successfully covered my page in white dots.
I'll always go in with my Holy Grail Pentel Gold Glitter Gel Pen. I have a 10 set of these, but the gold is my absolute favourite. I just think it goes with pretty much any colour palette. And then voila, you're done.
Oh, okay. I've got a gold glitter pen. Okay, gold glitter pen. I have a gold glitter pen. Let me get that out. Wow, it's not a gold. I'll use this one. Use this one, and I'm just gonna I guess I could have done the middle of those flowers gold, couldn't I? So she's been colouring when she when she filmed this. She'd been colouring for about 9 months. I've been colouring since October, so November, December, January, 3 months. Jesus. Right, so in her pic, in the end, she did go over these lines. I don't know whether to or not. Shall I just do it anyway? Shall I? Oh God, my pen's not working now. Right, I'm going to do it on this one. See how it looks. See, I think now that looks like a ghost from Pac-Man. It's a Pac-Man ghost. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna do lines. These lines. Nope, my pen keeps on not working. No, I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to play about with it anymore. So this is the finished picky. Let me zoom in just a tad so we can see. There it is. I really like it, actually. I think it turned out absolutely fine. I'm not entirely sure about the white outlining of stuff. I don't know. It might be that I just need to get it right. I've seen some and it looks really, really, really good, and then I've seen others and let me turn that off, and I've seen others and it looks a little, like, as I said, a little cartoony, a little bit too, I don't know. And if that's the look that they're going for, absolutely fine. I am a huge fan of little dots. I am a huge fan of dotties, so that's all good. I enjoyed that bit. And adding the white, I mean, I'm not sure. Do you think I added a little bit too much? it's easy for me to go, oh, I don't like that straight away. I'm not very good at looking at my work and thinking, oh, that looks really good, I'm proud of that, straight away. I sometimes have to walk away, and then when I look at it again I go, oh yeah. And I do need to embrace more the whole just do it and see how it looks. I am very much a person who likes to know why I'm doing something. So why am I doing that? And then I can visualize where I'm putting it, if you know what I mean. If that makes at all any sense. I know it is just a colouring book, and I know that it's trial and error. You have to trust the process and all of that, but it's difficult when I don't know why I'm doing something. Why am I doing it that way? Why can't I do it the other way? And things like that. What did make a lot of sense, I really enjoyed the Colourless blender, and I definitely will be using that again. And I think we should work out that burnisher and see what that's got in store. I would like to go into more depth of how to choose a colour palette. I find it really difficult to visualize something. Like if I'm looking at a sunflower, yeah, to me, I'm gonna paint it or colour it yellows and oranges and like browns and things like that. I couldn't look at a sunflower and go, oh, I'm gonna paint that purple. I can't look at something and paint it unusual colours. I like it to look how it's supposed to look, which is stupid. But I mean, I have managed to get out of that a little bit. Like obviously, I've done a pink dragon. Things. It's just broadening the horizons. I did enjoy, and I have started to pick out more colours. So when I usually sit down to colour a picture, I will literally just say, let me say this picture here, this very first mushroom. When I first coloured that, I literally, as you can probably guess, I literally looked at it and went, it's a mushroom, so it has to be red. It has to be red because it's a mushroom. It has to be red. I can't see this mushroom being any other colour than red. But then I didn't pick out 3 different coloured reds. I literally picked out a dark red and a light red. And yeah, planning is what I'm trying to get to. I need to plan more. I did do that on my Rita Berman book. I sat there and okay, it was a bit of a cop out because it is a poppy and I have coloured everything the colour it should be. But I literally was like, okay, I have seen a lot of people now because I've been watching lots more tutorials. I've seen a lot of people picking out 4 or 5 colours, like, or you know, they pick out 3 at a minimum, but I picked out 5. Sorry. So I did do that, and I'd already had it in mind that it was going to have this gradient of colours. So yeah, thank you, Kyra, for your tutorial. I look forward to doing another one of yours, and I did learn a lot and I had fun. Doing that. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you all for the next one. Bye.